The entirety of Thursday was spent wrapping up the trial with closing arguments from both the defense and the prosecution. Friends and family members of the former hospital executive sat quietly in the court's audience for hours as attorneys reminded the jurors of particular points of testimony made over the past month. Assistant Attorney General Denise George Counts began her arguments for the prosecution with reiterating the allegation that all three men had conspired with each other in a pattern of fraud and embezzlement to take funds that were supposed to be for the hospital. She said while terms like benefits and allowances were thrown around, these were just labels, and those labels were tools with which the men defrauded the hospital. George Counts displayed slides for jurors with series of dollar amounts, saying that in total, former CEO Miller had been overpaid by almost $1.9 million. Miller's attorney, Alan Teague, began closing arguments for the defense by saying that rather than a case about corruption, this is a case of ignorance, intimidation, and political agenda. He said to the jurors, "The government thinks that making a list of numbers will shock you, but we've never shied away from those numbers. We've embraced them as true because none of them were illegal." Defense attorney Anthony Chambers called this a case of political persecution, not prosecution, in which the prosecution refuses to see the truth. He said the board knew there were stipends and bonuses because they authorized them, and that while mistakes may have been made, mistakes aren't criminal. Attorney Robert King asked the jury why the men would have created evidence and used traceable bank accounts if they were part of a conspiracy. Late Thursday afternoon, Judge Michael Dunstan delivered last instructions to the jury. Charlotte Hancock, News 2.